Stradman's car collection always seems to be changing, with new cars going in and out, but what cars does he actually own? His cars range from a Bugatti Veyron to a Ram, and he owned more than 30 cars at one point, which costs over $1 million. His collection is very vast, and I have not covered each and every car he had owned, and if you know any other YouTubers or cars, put them in the comments. Let's start from the bottom of his collection. 16th. The Polaris RZR. Being James' off-road toy, this Pro XP4 edition of the RZR can seat up to 4 people and has over 22-inch of suspension travel. However, the Stradman found out how good of suspension it had after he flipped it on its side while off-roading it for the first time. Luckily, though, no one was hurt in the crash. The car costs more than $10,000, but now he is selling it for a heated roof. 15th. The Ford Ram TRX. In August 2021, James and his mom traveled to Anchorage, Alaska and bought this TRX before driving over 2,000 miles to Dead Horse, Alaska. The Ram TRX is powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 engine, producing a substantial amount of horsepower and torque. The TRX's engine is capable of delivering over 700 horsepower. Now he is selling it for other items. Guys, I know the cars are boring so far, but you gotta wait till you see the most impressive cars of his collection. 14th. The Jeep Gladiator. James's Gladiator was modded many times. The mods include exhausts, suspensions, rims, wraps and a $30,000 Elephant engine. However, he had purchased a 2020 Gladiator in 2022, costing him to pay the markup of $62,000. 13th. The Hummer EV. The Stradman was allured by the brand new electric Hummer. After accidentally giving viewers a peek in one of his previous videos, James released an official GMC Hummer EV reveal video in early February. The GMC Hummer is a 9,000-pound monster. The 1,000 horsepower or power and 1,200 lb-ft of torque its 3 motors generate are more than enough to pull its weight up a steep hill. Infused with state-of-the-art technology, the Hummer is ready to lead the new generation of EVs in off-roading. A major problem arose when his car ran out of battery and were not able to charge the car anywhere. 12th. The Toyota Supra. He owned a Toyota Supra Turbo for which he had huge plans but wasn't able to execute them, and he sold this car to Jeffree Star. From now we will start the real supercars of the Stradman's collection. 11th. The first sports car on the list, the Lamborghini Gallardo. Essentially the rocket that launched James' channel, the Gallardo has been with James since late 2015, even after James had been fired. The gated manual V10 supercar is in Illinois to get a twin turbo kit that'll give it nearly 1,300 horsepower and a lot of breath fire, but now it's as a dumpster. Just hear what the Stradman has to say here.
The car arrived here to Utah on January 5th, 2023. It was done. It was delivery day. You can imagine my excitement, my enthusiasm. I had gone the distance with B-Rogue. I had made it. I had trusted the process. I had given them the benefit of the doubt, and I was so excited. The car was finally here. I was filming that day, obviously. We're gonna roll back to that day. I wanna give you guys a sense of my enthusiasm because it was rather short-lived. It's delivery day. It's delivery day. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, we back, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. And of course, welcome to 2023 and of course, Happy New Year's. You know, I always say there's no day quite like delivery day, and I haven't seen you guys in forever, and that's for one reason. Today's video has to be the first video of 2023. Within 30 seconds seeing the car, I knew something was wrong. In this clip right here, you'll notice there's a massive oil leak sitting underneath the Gallardo. It had been sitting in the trailer for a couple days from Chicago here to Utah. Now the next clip I'm gonna show you was never meant for public consumption. This was sent to B-Rogue Built, and I'm sharing it with you guys to give you guys a sense of how I was feeling. Look at that, it's just rolling and it just shuts off. It just shuts right off. Amazing, absolutely amazing.
But still it remains to be a great and iconic supercar of the Stradman channel. 10th. The Lamborghini Countach. He bought this for $3 million and drove it across the United States for over 1,000 miles, and he also owns a small baby Countach. Both of these cars are great and very iconic. He regards this car as the greatest purchase of his life. This car is equipped with a V12 engine. 9th. The Nissan GT-R. The Stradman had done various different mods to the car and made a total of 3 versions of it, making it super fast and capable. He drag raced the car with Teslas and modded it such a way that it would beat his Bugatti, but unfortunately he sold this car. Another car that deserves this spot is the Nissan 400Z. He equipped the car with a widebody. 8th. The Ferrari 458. James had owned this exact Ferrari 458 in the past but had sold it, but from the love he had of its driving experience, he bought it back and installed a Liberty Walk widebody kit and painted it Lamborghini Viola Parsifi, which is usually only available for customers' Lamborghini ad personam program. 7th. The McLaren 570s. This is one of the best cars of his collection. Just like his other cars, he modded this one too with exhausts and body kits, making the car have 800 horsepower. However, he gave the car away. 6th. The C8 Corvette. He had bought this car a few years back. The car displays the American spirit and muscle through its power and beauty, and just like his other cars, he installed a widebody kit on it. He had bought another Corvette just last year. The Corvette Z06. 5th. The Ferrari F430 Challenge. This is the most powerful Ferrari of the collection and the only car driven on track. This wild supercar was the dream purchase of the Stradman, and like his other, he wrapped it and added various other mods to it. James plans to put the car on display. 4th. The OG classic, Lamborghini Urus. James upgraded this car just like the others with an exhaust and wraps. The car has a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine, producing impressive horsepower in torque figures. The SUV can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds, showcasing its sports car-like performance. Now, before we move into the top 3 cars, there are some honorable mentions. The Lamborghini Murcielago. This was one of James' many dream cars, a 2003 40th anniversary Lamborghini Murcielago. Audi R8. James regards this car as the cheapest R8 in his country and bought the car in full cash. The car has been in accidents and has been stuck in the desert. This car, however, was sold by him. Audi TT. This is one of the original and first cars owned by, and this car has experienced a lot. Bugatti Chiron. James actually owned a Bugatti Chiron and wrapped it in chrome and pink. Just like his other cars, he sold it. The other cars owned by him are Lamborghini Rivuelto, Lamborghini Aventador, BMW M3, Jeep Wrangler, and many others. Now let's move on to the top 3. 3rd. The Lamborghini Stradman. This is similar to the Huracan but is modified for off-road use. The Stradman comes with various different attachments. The Stradman used this car to travel throughout the United States and through his home in Utah with very cold weather conditions. 2nd. The Lamborghini Aventador Roadster. Once a news article superstar after hitting a Ford Explorer police car in Chicago, this Pirelli edition Aventador Roadster gained a new life under the ownership of the James. The goal, widebody it on his own. He was successful, and even gave it a whole new pink paint job, and a fully custom white interior with Rosa Acanthus stitching. However, after a tragic string of events, the car became more special, now being the tribute to the deceased father of James. It's very nice. 1st. The Bugatti Veyron. After selling half of his cars, the long-awaited hypercar was unveiled. It tends to appear in the most high-stake videos, such as racing in a mall, or against an SSC Tuatara. Fast it goes. And has now been sold to buy a different supercar. The Koenigsegg Agera HH. Agera HH is painted in Monterey blue and has a clear exposed carbon fiber center section. It has 5-spoke Aircore carbon wheels and yellow brake calipers, something debuted with the Agera S. This car owned by him is super rare, and there are only 100 models ever produced, and it was from the Lewis Hamilton collection. This is the best car owned by the Stradman, and no one can say otherwise. Thank you for staying and watching the video entirely, so make sure to like and subscribe. Just to notice that the voice used is AI generated.